This is Roar to Success, episode number 13. For number 1, it says Mr. Liu has $30. He uses 2/3 of it. How much money does he have left? Now, whenever you hear or you see the words 2/3 of it or anything of it, half of it, 2/5 of it, that always means multiplication. So it's pretty much 2/3 of it, which is 30. 2/3 of it. So think of 2/3 times 30. Now all you need to do is do multiplication. This is really 30 over 1. We multiply across. That will give us 60 over 3. And then all we have to do is do division. 60 is being divided by 3. So we know that 3 can go into 6 twice. And that will give us 6. And then drop down the 0 and it can't go into it. So you have to put a 0 up top. So we know that he used $20. 2/3 of it is $20. Another way to do it is, so you have $30, and because you're trying to work with thirds, that's really 10, 10, and 10, and you want 2/3 of it. So here's the 2 out of the 3. That's why it's $20. For number 2, it says solve. We have 4/6 times 2/5. So we just need to multiply across. That will give us 8. There's no need to find a common denominator. That's only for addition and subtraction of fractions. It will be 8 over 30. And we can simplify that by dividing both by the number 2, because all even numbers can be divisible by 2. That will give us 4 over 15. So the answer is 4/15. For number 3, it says true or false. When you multiply a whole number, let's make this one 10, by a fraction, your answer will always get bigger. You will get more. And that is going to be false. Anytime you multiply a whole number by a fraction that is less than one whole, you will always get less. Anytime you multiply by a number that is exactly a whole, you always get the same amount. And anytime you multiply a fraction by more than a whole, you will always get more. I'll prove it to you. Let's say 10 times a half. Half of 10 equals 5, so you got less. When you multiply 10 times a whole, which is 2 over 2, you get exactly the same thing, which is 10. So you say the same. And then when you multiply 10 times 4 over 2, you get 20. You get more. So that's going to be the rule. And that's the end of episode number 13.